of SWIFTtrip this, they will embrace it. Why? Because they understand what we are yet to understand. Now, before that, let us derail a bit. It's not like we are derailing itself. Let me just open our eyes a bit. How many of us know Obasanjo? Former president of Nigeria, right? We all know him, right? I'm not getting response. We know him, right? Thank you. Now, do we also know that he is a shareholder in MTN? Telecommunication. Good and fine. Sir, ma, do you know that anytime you recharge 100 naira, 200 naira, 1,500, as the case may be, he is earning according to his percentage? Do you know that? Do you know that also whenever you buy data, subscribe, we are all saying that MTN data is nothing. It does not last again. Anytime you go and buy, he is earning according to his percentage. It does not matter how many times you've bought for the day or for the month or for the year. You just keep earning. And do you know that Google has it that it makes 45 million naira every day? Do you know what happened there? Power of volume. Power of what? Volume. It is done repeatedly. And another thing that is baffling is, do you also know that MTN is not a global business? It's just an African business. And another thing, do you also know that it is not all African that makes use of MTN? But then, look at the kind of money it is generating. For a business that is not global, I want to ask a question. Is there any country that don't make use of transportation? Is there any company that don't do buying and selling? No. That is to tell you that what we are doing is a global business. What Obasanjo is earning every day is too meager compared to what you as a shareholder will earn. Now, let's look at where we could be in 5 years. Now, understanding the power of volume, thank you very much. We want to look at how cent, kobo, can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. We are so much aware of this popular saying that a little drop of water makes what? A massive ocean. Now, we want to look at how cent, kobo, can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. That is why we keep saying that SWIFTtrip is going to make you a trillionaire in dollars, whether you believe it or not. What's his name? Elon Musk, who is a billionaire today. Do you know that back, if we are to go 50 years back or thereabout, if you tell someone that that person will be a billionaire in dollars, they will doubt you. Maybe as at then what was in vogue was Tanzania. Yes, this person is a Tanzania. This person is a millionaire. Let's say the highest then was a millionaire. And if you tell someone that that person is going to be a billionaire, it won't make sense. So what's this one saying? But now we are shifting from being billionaires towards trillionaires. It might not make sense to you, but believe me, definitely it is going to happen. It is going to happen. Now, let's look at the power of volume. Where we could be in 5 years. Where we could be in 5 years. How many of us still believe that trip will be very flexible? Imagine, we are sticking to $10 and 8,000 naira. Do you want to tell me that all the trip that will happen globally will cost 10,000 naira and 8,000 naira? No. It will be very, it differs. It will vary from price to price. But we can't start doing 10,000, 30,000. We can't start doing different figures. That is why we want to stick to the same figure we use for per trip. That gave us 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo, and 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents. Now, we are assuming all the trip, we've launched business, and 5 years in operation, business did not go as we planned. Very bad. We are looking at worst case scenario of 5 years to perform 50 trillion trips. Worst case scenario of 5 years to perform what? 50 trillion trips. And how do we get 50 trillion? Please, let's use our calculator this time around as well, so that we'll be able to calculate it. Now, 50 trillion trips is 50 and 12 zeros. 50 and 12 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 50 and 12 zeros. We've gotten that right? Now, this is 50 trillion trip performed in Nigeria, in China, globally in the space of 5 years. Now, multiply this 50 trillion trip by 8,000 naira. Now, what does that mean? We are saying that all the trips that happen globally cost 8,000 naira, which you and I know is not possible, right? So multiply it by 8,000 naira. Let's see. What did you get? Nobody's saying anything again. What? 4 exponential 17. Calculator can't even calculate that. That's 4 exponential 7. That's what that thing simply means. Is 4 and 17 zeros. That should be how many? I think I don't know their name. I think after trillion, quadrillion, whatever it is. No, I don't think there's anything like zillion. No. There's nothing like zillion. It's just like infinity. So let's just use 4 exponential 17. That's 4 and 17 zeros. The slide, please. Now, it's given us 4 and 17 zeros, right? Remember, this was the same transaction we did that gave us what? 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo. Now, we did 50 trillion multiplied by 8,000 naira. $50 trillion multiplied by 8,000 naira. It gave us 4 exponential 17. Okay, multiply by your ownership percentage. Four exponential 17 multiplied by your ownership percentage. What is it giving us? 5 what? 5? No, add percentage. 5. That's 5 billion. 5 and 9 zeros. That's it here. 5 billion. That is what you're expected to make in the space of 5 years. That if you just don't want to place transaction, you don't want to place withdrawal, just leave it there. So you want to, of course, you can place withdrawal anytime, any day. Worst case scenario is giving us what? 5 billion naira. Now, do this other one of dollar like this. Since this is giving us, for one trip gave us 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents. Multiply this by 50 trillion trip, then you will get your answer. I calculated the first one in a different way. So let's calculate this one like this. It will be easier for us so it doesn't confuse us. We got this now from one trip, right? Now multiply, since we are using the same $10. Instead of going that long way of saying $10 multiplied by 50 trillion trip, then multiply by ownership percentage, you can just do this multiplied by 50 trillion trips. Last, remember the 50 trillion is 50 and 12 zeros. 0.0 in 6 places, 125. Multiplied by 50 trillion trips. What is it giving us? 5 billion. 0.123456125 multiplied by 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's that? That is why we need to press big figures. As you always say, press big figures. There are some of us that haven't pressed 50 billion before. 50 trillion. Sir, have you pressed 50 trillion on your phone before? Sir, have you pressed 50 trillion on your phone before? You need to press it. Sorry, I think someone gave me an answer. Yes, that's $6,250,000. $6.25 million. $6.25 million. $6,250,000. Amazing. This is what? The power of volume. This was the same person we showed. For one trip, he or she is getting 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents. In short, this person will want to arrest you. Say, I pay $180, and you're showing me for one trip, I'm getting cents. What will I do with this cent? But you will tell them, before you arrest me, let's multiply this in volume. And look at what it has given to us. Now, this person wants to be your best friend. Because now it makes sense to him or her. Now, you can see the power of volume. Let's look at the next slide and see what we have there. Subscribers asset growth evaluation in 5 years. You can see how your asset has grown from $100 to what? 5 billion or $6.25 million. Hope no one is confused here. Hope no one is confused here. Remember earlier on, I said subscription fee is what? $180. And I said $100 is the project fee. Why $80 is for campaign. So we are putting the project fee here. You can see how your asset has grown to $5 billion and $6.25 million respectively. With your ownership percentage of 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. Now, those persons that will be coming in the future to buy SWIFTtrip at the rate of 200 million naira, they still own the same ownership percentage. Those persons that bought at the rate of 5,000, they still own the same ownership percentage as those that were buying at the rate of $180. So that is that. And let's look at the next slide. We say SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars. Whether you believe it or not, you are definitely going to be a trillionaire in dollars. Imagine, please go back by 2. Next one. Good and fine. You can see, showing this to someone and they will say they don't want to be part of this. Remember, this is just one service that is yielding this for us. This is just e-taxi calculation. Did I calculate for aviation? I'm asking, did I calculate for aviation? No, this is just e-taxi. We've not talked about aviation, logistics, e-commerce, and hospitality. Yet, we are making this kind of money. And do you know from all of these services, the one that has the highest market cap is e-commerce. The money you make from the e-commerce, you just can't comprehend. You just can't equate it to any of the other services we are rendering. Why? Because people buy and sell every day. Currently, the market cap of e-commerce is, I think, in trillions. It's in trillions. Why the aviation, the e-taxi, they are all in billions. Just don't miss SWIFTtrip. Do not miss SWIFTtrip for any reason. Don't even let your loved one talk you out from SWIFTtrip. We advise you to share SWIFTtrip to everyone, but make sure you stand your ground. That as they are talking to you, they say, they don't come again, or they don't come again. No, stand firm. Do you know why you should talk to everyone? We keep saying that the people you're not supposed to tell about SWIFTtrip, or the last people you should have in mind to tell about SWIFTtrip should be your friends and family. Why? Because they will discourage you. That's what they know how to do best. Because they love you, they'll say, no. They want you to be very careful with your money. Don't go and put your money there. If that money lost now, don't go. The people that will help you grow your business are what? Strangers. Strangers will be the one to help you. But the reason why we are saying you should tell everyone is because you don't want a situation whereby tomorrow they will say, madam, sir, you knew of this business. You knew that this business is going to change my life. It's a good business. Yet you refuse to tell me. You're a wicked person. That is what some of them will say. But to avoid that, tell them so that by the time we've launched the business, you will not say, I told you. You said you don't want to be part of. They should be responsible for the decision they are making. They should be responsible for the decision they are making. So quickly, let's look at how you earn now. Let's look at how you earn now. Now that we've not launched business. Now that we are waiting the launch of business. Now, look at it. It's well spelled out here. We have a corporate global challenge. We have a corporate global challenge. Now, the speed to our global success, it's not saying that my global success. The speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve this global challenge. The Bible says where there is no vision, the people perish. And the Bible did not say where there is no vision, the person perishes, but what? The people. It simply tells you that a vision has to do with what? People coming together to make it work. It is our own. Back, please, go back. It is our own. And we have a challenge. That is why we are seeing this R. The speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. Now, let's look at the next slide. What is the challenge? Can anyone guess the challenge? Can anyone guess the challenge? Before we move to the next slide. Sorry? Publicity. You want to guess? Okay. Publicity. I think we are close to it. Now, let's look at the next slide. That is it. 2.4 million people to subscribe as owners of SWIFTtrip. That is the challenge. How do I get 2.4 million persons? Remember we said we are launching this business at the sales of 3%. And how many persons will consume the 3%? 2.4 million individuals. Whereby one person owns one unit. How do I get 2.4 million persons? How would the CEO get 2.4 million persons? Knowing that collaboration is the new kind of currency. That is why we ought to collaborate to get these 2.4 million persons. Why? There are people you know that I don't know. There are people, sir, know that you don't know. So if we work as a team, acronym team, together everyone achieve more. You will see that the 2.4 million will be gotten in a blink. In a blink. 2.4 million persons. There are persons you will tell. Let me tell you, most persons that are registering in SWIFTtrip now are people that have been told about SWIFTtrip earlier on. Maybe when it was cheap. When it was selling for 45,000. When it was selling for 10,000, 15,000. I keep saying it. I have someone in my church that knew of SWIFT when it was selling for 15,000. But she did not register. Now that he's selling for $180, she's telling me that she wants to pay 80,000. I said, who wants to pay the balance? Me. It's not negotiable. $180 is $180. You will tell them now, they will say no. By the time they hear it from someone else, you say, this thing, no, let me be part of it. So let us campaign. This is the campaign period, because by the time we leave this period of campaign, the opportunity is gone. The opportunity is no more. That is why as you are going out there to talk to people about SWIFTtrip, you need to abase yourself. Abase yourself that whatever response they give to you, don't let it get to you. Leave everything at home, and as you are coming out, when someone tells you no, that they are not interested, or don't come again, you square your shoulder like peacock. Bring out your what is it called? Your feather, and bounce to the next person. What does no stand for? Next opportunity. This person does not like the opportunity. Let me meet the next person. Next opportunity. Because this person said no, that does not mean the next person won't say yes. And another thing we keep saying, that you should, if you're campaigning SWIFTtrip, make sure you're doing it with all audacity, all audaciousness, because it will be very wrong for you to let someone else's opinion determine your future. Don't let someone else's opinion determine your future. They say, no, don't go there. The person did not come here today to listen to what you've heard. But because you took it to that person to explain, there was one business I heard of. They're saying like this, I can become an owner of an airport, owner of an e-taxi, aviation, logistics, and hospitality business. This. You explain the one you can explain. Say, run, no, those people are scam. Now you've allowed you now run. Say, not true. How would they tell me that with $180 I can become an owner of all of these things? $180 is not up to 500,000 naira. It's not even up to 300,000 naira. And you've allowed that person's opinion to determine your future, forgetting that you came to this life alone. And you will live this life without that person. You came to this life alone. Even God, when he created man, he gave us will to make decision, or how choice to choose from one thing or the other. You will and that person now that has discouraged you from being a shareholder or from being a pioneer of SWIFTtrip, tomorrow that person will go listen to maybe one of our ambassadors out there and say, wow, I think this was the same thing Mr. Emeka was telling me about. Let me register. I like this business. And that person will not even have the guts to come meet you and tell you that that business you told me about certain time ago, I'm now a part of it. That person will not. Tomorrow when the business launch and the person is enjoying himself, you say, you're a wicked person. The person is not wicked. You are the one that allowed his own opinion to determine your own future. All right, so the next slide says, as a shareholder, every time you solve a unit of this problem, you get paid. We are not just asking you to just come and solve the problem. I will tell you thank you. No. Every time you solve the problem, you get paid. You get paid. Now, let's look at the next slide. How do you solve the challenge? $191,200,000. If you are to approximate that to Naira, you'll be getting over 10 billion. Where's my phone? Let's do that. Let's do by, is it 10 billion? No. 191,200,000 times 1,000. Let's do 1,600. 1,600. Okay, 305,920,000,000 naira. 305,920,000,000 naira. That is what is available for you and I. For every node unit you sell. Now, how do we get this? We simply did $80 multiplied by unsold unit of SWIFTtrip. Remember I said from $180 you're paying, $100 is the actual project fee. Now, $80 is what is used for campaign. Now, currently we have 11,000 plus shareholders out of 2.4 million shareholders that we need to get. Now, if you are to go to the website, you will see the unit that is available. Multiply that by $80 and you will get this figure. Let's look at the next slide. I believe that's well understood or well explained. Now, this explains it better. SWIFTtrip campaign pays. How you earn as a campaigner from SWIFTtrip campaign sponsorship pool fund. Remember I told us earlier on, you earn up to your fourth generation, first, second, third, and fourth generation. Now, if you tell someone about SWIFTtrip, sell a profit share slot, you sell to someone, first generation, the company pays you what? $50 advert bonus. $50 advert bonus. Now, this person you told, sees someone that is interested and then tells that person about SWIFTtrip. Him himself will earn $50, while you will earn what? $15. So let's just do it like this. First generation, you're earning $50. Second generation, you're earning $15. Third generation, you're earning $10. And fourth generation, you're earning $5. Now, this is for life. Especially throughout this campaign period. This is throughout this campaign period, not for life, please. Throughout this campaign period, you earn these advert bonuses, okay? Now, take note, I also explained this earlier on. By the time we've launched business, are we still going to be doing campaign? No. We won't be doing campaign again. So now, all of these persons that are now connected to you, whenever they perform transaction, whenever they patronize the company, you are simply earning from them, first generation, 1%, second generation, 0.3%, third generation, 0.1%, respectively to the fourth generation. That was what I explained earlier on. So you just simply earn from them, from every activity they perform. So let's add this together. 50 plus $15, that's $65. Plus $10, that is $75. Plus $5, that's how many dollars? $80. So you can see how the $80 has been spread. You see how it has been spread. Now let's look at the next slide. That's not all. We have extra campaign cash award. There's a whole lot for you to benefit now that we've not launched business. That is why we say now that we've not launched the business, that is where the opportunity lies. Now let's look at this. If you have community, you're able to talk to more persons about SWIFTtrip, and you register 50 persons directly under you, like all of them are your first generation. Remember, from all of these 50 persons, how much are you getting each from them? I need those persons that are attending just now to answer the question. How much are you earning from all of these 50 persons that are registered on directly under you, not indirectly? $50. Now, you're earning $50. The company then look at you and say, wow, this person is a runner of this vision. The company then appreciates you with what? $50. For having talked to 50 persons or haven't been able to register 50 persons directly under, the company appreciates you with $50. We have lots of shareholders. Those of us that are in the group, I think we can attest to that. We have lots of shareholders that has won this. $50. $50. Then, like I said, the company consider you as SWIFTtrip runner. You're giving an award. And you go ahead and talk to more persons. 51, 52, 53, and you're able to get 500 persons directly under you. Remember, from all of these 500 persons, you're already earning $50 advert bonus. Now, the company appreciates you with what? $1,000. And you're considered as what? SWIFTtrip icon. You go ahead and you talk to more persons, you're able to get 5,000 persons directly under you. The company appreciates you with $10,000 outside your advert bonus you must have earned from all of these persons. $10,000. And you're considered what? The face of SWIFTtrip. That is why we say whomever that is serious. Okay, for this one, we have just one person that has won this. And this one, none has won it yet. That is why we keep saying, whomever that is serious with SWIFTtrip campaign can build their own estate now that we've not even launched the business. You came to this life with just one thing, which is your voice. Those times you're using to discuss about football match, how this person did that, how this person did that, you should have used that time to campaign to someone about SWIFTtrip. Like I said, irrespective of what that person does, age, or whatever, talk to them about SWIFTtrip. I have a program that is coming up in my church, and I'm already drafting out a business summit, which I'm going to present to them. I'm a redeemer. And it's for the youth, whether they are working or not. I will spread it. So whichever means you want to spread it. You're empowering them. Do you know that every country that will launch business, we are simply employing the citizen of that country? If SWIFTtrip is launched in China today, we are employing the entire citizen of China. That is how it is. Any country will launch business, you are employing the entire citizen of that country. So let's quickly look at the next slide so that, all right. We say do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. If you do, you will never forget the name SWIFTtrip. Look at Kevin Hart. It's been long, they told him about Uber. But today, till now, he still cannot forget the name Uber. Are there people that will miss out on SWIFTtrip? Yes. There are people that will miss out on SWIFTtrip. But my prayer to everyone listening to me that it shouldn't be you. But are there people that will miss out on SWIFTtrip? Definitely. But it shouldn't be you. Who is listening to me or listening to the ambassadors of SWIFTtrip out there? So, do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share for any reason. Let's look at the next slide. I think that should be the last. Okay, second to last. All right, so subscribe now. Subscribe now. Make a payment of $180. Can you go to the website for me? Okay, network won't let me. Let me see. Would have loved to show them the website. It's not opening. Network. Assuming the network is up, I would have shown to you. This is our website. www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. Now, if you want to make your payment, we advise you not to make payment to an individual account. Please make your payment to the company's account, SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD. And someone will say, why am I hearing SWIFTIFY? As I've not mentioned SWIFTIFY. Does anyone have that question? How come I'm mentioning SWIFTIFY? I've not said anything about SWIFTIFY. Now, SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD is the name of the company. Now, this SWIFTIFY gave birth to SWIFTtrip. When we're talking about SWIFTtrip, that's the e-hailing aspect. This SWIFTIFY gave birth to the Swift Airline, that's aviation, and all of those services that you're talking about. So the name of the company is SWIFTIFY Technology. Look at it, powered by SWIFTIFY. Then we have SWIFTtrip, which is a sub-app in the company. So make your payment of $180. I think today the conversion rates, you are not using the normal conversion rates. The company has its own conversion rate. I think the conversion rate should be 1,606. So if you want to make your payment to the company's account, just go to the website, which is www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. Then you will see what we will see USD inflow and you will see USD outflow. Now, from that USD inflow, what you will see there, it's what you will convert to when you're making payment to the company's account. Like I said, what you will see in the USD inflow is 1,606. Now, multiply 1,606 by $180. By 180, there's no point of putting dollars. What we get is 289,080. That is 289,080 naira. So once you do that, you make your payment to the company's account. This is a Nigerian account, 200-4607-389. Then if you visit our website, you will see our USD wallet address. You will see the TROC20. You will see the BEP20. You will see the BTC. And the euro account. Okay, if you need the euro account, the pounds account, the dollar account, you can just chat the company's admin there. That's his number on his phone, on the screen rather. So once you've made your payment, please take note. Once you've made your payment to the company's account, send proof of payment to your sponsor. Who is your sponsor? Your sponsor is that person that told you about SWIFTtrip. That person is your sponsor. That person that shared the link to you about SWIFTtrip, that person is your sponsor. So once you send the proof of payment to your sponsor will then contact the hub admin. We have what we call hub admin. We have River State hub admin. We also have the international admin. This is the international admin's contact. So once it's sent, and if there is no hub admin for those of us listening online, if there's no hub admin in your state, please contact the international admin. We have hub admin in Lagos, in Abuja, in Enugu, Owerri, in Italy, in France, in Germany, in California. Where again? We have them. We have a whole lot of them, so I can't just remember every one of them now. So if there's no hub, just contact the international admin and they will guide you on what to do. So once you send your proof of payment to the person that told you about SWIFTtrip, you also send your full name, your email, and your phone number. Those are the details that is needed for your registration. Okay? So let's look at the next slide. Okay. Go back, please. Okay. So the next slide is just about, what is it called? Booking of seat. Our booking. To gain access to this meeting, you book your seat, and there's a number there for you to book. Yes, ticket booking. Headquarter event every Saturday. Gain access to your VIP ticket. Book now to that number. Invite your friends. Invite everyone for them to be partaker of this meeting. So that brings us to the end of today's meeting. And please, let's clap for me. Thank you very much. And I want to say thank you for staying through till the end of this presentation. And to our online viewers, if you have questions, like I said earlier, do well to put your questions on the comment section and it will be attended to. Thank you very much. So it's time for questions here. For everything.